What's going on, guys? Josh here, Momentum Productions. I'm here in my home right now and I'm about to film a new tutorial video for glide cams and camera stabilizers here. I haven't filmed a tutorial video in a long time, but I will be doing so for a new release on Monday. Sorry about the weird lighting here, but I just wanted to make a quick live stream for you guys to show you exactly how I light up my videos when I shoot myself, and I'll go over some of the basic gear that I'm using and just overall show you guys what I'm doing. So let's do a little walk around here. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera. So here it's really bright. Let me go to the back here, get a better shot for you guys. So here what we're rocking, we have two Neewer LED panels, one on the right, one on the left. These are our fill lights, so they're here to fill in all the shadows that are on my face. Over here on the camera, I have mounted a 160 LED panel here. It's battery powered. This is my key light because it's directly pointed at my face. And whatever that light is not capturing, these two lights are filling up. So this is why we call these two lights fill lights. And I have a backlight here, another LED panel. This is a flexible LED panel that's meant to light up the sides of my hairs, like to give that extra dimension. I also have a Lilliput monitor. I'm actually going to turn this on along with this LED light just so I can show you exactly how this will look like. So let's go ahead and flip on the Lilliput monitor. Again, this is battery powered. It's not the best monitor, but it's very cheap and it gets the job done when it comes down to framing. That's basically the only reason why I really need a monitor, is just to help me with my framing. So, okay, no signal. We're gonna go over here to the back of the camera. For this video, I'm shooting with the Sony A9. So we're gonna turn it on here, flip on the LED light at full power. Okay, that looks good there. We're gonna go around here, and this is what the lighting looks like. You see how even the lighting is? But my phone isn't doing the picture justice. Like, it looks a lot better with me looking at the monitor than you guys looking at it. So now, here's the thing. Let's go over back to the camera. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about white balance. Right now, I don't have this camera set to automatic white balance because it makes everything a little bit too blue. So you see, when we go to auto, the camera thinks that this is the best white balance, but it's just too cold, and I like sometimes that warm color. If you look at some of my recent tutorial videos, I've been messing around with white balance just to see if I like certain things and to see if you guys like the color. Obviously, I get mixed reviews on some of my videos, so I try to go off of those reviews, those positive reviews telling me, Josh, I think the videos look better warmer or they look better cooler. So I'm going to start doing more warmer videos. I think that the look it looks better, and it gives it a more homey feel instead of having like that kind of cooler look. So if you look here, it looks pretty good. On the phone, it looks like my face is completely blown out, but I'll tell you right now that it's not. So actually, let me stand back here. Let me see if I can zoom in. That's basically what it looks like. However, again, as I said before, it does not do it justice. My phone does not do this justice. So that's currently what I'm working with. As you can see, I hope through the phone, you can probably tell that I have no shadows on my face. The back wall here doesn't have any crazy shadows as well. I had to move these lights around quite a bit in order for there not to be any shadows on the back wall that are really noticeable. Harsh shadows are a pain in the butt, so I had to work around with these lights because they are very powerful. You have to learn how to dim them properly, how to move them around. That way we don't have those nasty shadows casted on the wall like that you see there, okay? So for this review video, we're going to be talking about camera stabilizers. So this is a camera stabilizer I've been using for quite some time now. This is a mix of a Lang stabilizer and a Wieldy stabilizer. This tutorial video will be about how to balance glide cams in inverted mode. So I've done a video similar to this where I show you how to operate a camera stabilizer in inverted mode, but I never teach you how to balance it in inverted mode. So I'm gonna go over some tips, tricks, and techniques in order for you guys to get the best balance possible with these stabilizers when it's being used in inverted mode. So yeah, so let's go over some of the support stands I'm using for my system. So for the glide cam here, I think this is really interesting. I just took a simple microphone stand and I took off the microphone attachment, and I just popped on the glide cam handle on there, and it just sticks on. So whenever you're shooting at a wedding and you get really tired, it's nice to have this stand here. It's really easy to use, it's lightweight, and it's pretty compact. So I like to just mount my glide cam on there when I'm not using it. Here we have just a basic aluminum tripod. I decided to put my monitor on there. It's light, again, easy to use and very compact. My most recent purchase was this Benro tripod. This is just as good as Manfrotto in my opinion, but it's about half the price. Look at the size of this fluid head here. It's massive. So I absolutely love it. They also have a carbon fiber version of this tripod, but I didn't really need that, so I went with the aluminum. Sometimes what I'm really worried about carbon fiber is that if you drop carbon fiber, it can crack. And once it's cracked, you have to get it repaired, or you just have to buy new tripod legs. With aluminum, if you drop aluminum, the worst thing that can happen is that it might bend or scratch. That's the worst thing that can happen. Aluminum doesn't really break. It can crack under pressure, but it doesn't crack like carbon fiber does. But the advantage of using carbon fiber is that it's extremely light. So there's trade-offs there. And there's another trade-off with carbon fiber, and that is it's very expensive. So you'll notice that there's a huge price increase when you're using a carbon fiber tripod as when comparing to an aluminum tripod. So let's do another few close-ups here of this Benro tripod. Here's the name. Here is the model number, A373F. This tripod is available at B&H or on Amazon. It's around 400 bucks for the full set for the head and for the legs. So for 400 bucks, you're getting basically a Manfrotto tripod. Very good deal. And these legs are extremely strong. And this tripod supports up to 15.5 pounds. So it can easily support a Red Epic with a few attachments. So definitely recommend this tripod. It has some really cool features actually. These dials here control, just like any other tripod, but I just like the way they use these, they incorporated these dials into the system. This will actually change the tension on the fluid head. Same thing with this dial here. Let's see if I can turn on a light. I don't think it allows me to turn on light, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's another dial here that adjusts the tension on the tilt. And we have a nice bubble level here with a little light, which I think is fantastic. We have another bubble level for the legs. We have a more locking knobs here. This will lock the tilt. This other, where's the other one? There's so many knobs here. There's another one that will lock the pan, but I don't, oh, here it is. This knob here will lock the pan. Okay, and this is our quick release system. Again, this is a similar quick release system to some Manfrotto tripods, so it's interchangeable. And this is a ball head tripod, just like all the other ones, the professional ones. So you can, if you want, you can actually just take off this ball head and use a Manfrotto ball head and continue using the Benro legs, because these legs are fantastic. Very thick aluminum legs. They're robust, they're stiff, they're sturdy. And this tripod, unlike any other tripod that I've used so far that I own, goes very low down to the ground. If you notice that this tripod doesn't have a spreader, which means that these legs are not, there's no limits to these legs, so they can really go low down to the ground. So I like that feature a lot. So this is what I'm shooting with, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I reviewed this flexible LED panel here. It's great. I really, really like it. And it actually comes with a wireless remote. So if I can just easily just turn it off, turn it back on. I can even adjust the brightness level here, as you can tell. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Awesome. And then let me go ahead and put you guys on a tripod here. Oh, and let me talk about some of the cases I'm using. So I have all my cases, most of my cases or camera bags are Think Tank Photo. I also have Nanook hard shell cases, but they're not out right now. But this is a Think Tank Photo bag. This is a Think Tank Photo bag. And these two are Think Tank Photo bags. So I really rely on Think Tank Photo to supply me with the best camera bags. And they're not just simple camera bags. They're like fashionable camera bags. So if you go to like an event, you don't look like a cameraman. You look like you belong to at the event. So I like that feature a lot. So this is going to be kind of awkward. I'm going to try and mount this on so I can... Okay, I think I have it. Let me just... Sorry guys, this is going to be a little... Oh! And it fell. Props to me, right? Okay, let me just figure out how to mount you guys onto this little tripod here. Let me put you down for a second. And now would be a good time to ask me any questions, because I like to answer any questions that you might have. So go ahead, comment below with some questions, and we will talk. Let me know if you guys want any advice at all. Okay. KY Media is asking, am I still using my Lang stabilizer? Well, that's basically what this is. This is like a Lang stabilizer here. I just changed the sled here. I'm using a wieldy sled. The body here, the pole, is Lang. The gimbal itself is Lang as well. You can see Lang right there. That's Lang. And the head assembly is also Lang. So yes, I'm technically using it. The only difference here is just the bottom. I like the wieldy sled system, so that's why I decided to mount that on there. All right, and here's the monitor. When I shoot in 4K, this monitor works really well, but when I shoot in like 1080p, it shrinks the frame size, so I'm only able to use the partial amount of real estate on the screen, so that kind of sucks. But whenever I shoot in 4K, the monitor shoots throughout. The monitor completely fills up with the picture. All right, let's see if we have any questions here. Sorry guys if I've been ignoring you. Juan Jose Roman is asking, what do you think about filming a wedding with only a glide cam? Yeah, do it. Glide cam was made to be used, especially for weddings. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why I see wedding videographers use glide cams at weddings, is because you get unbelievable results. Yeah, definitely. However, I also made a video about whether I think glide cam is better than a gimbal. So you should definitely check that out on my channel. Let me fix the horizon here. It's a little crooked. There we go. But glide cam definitely has some advantages over gimbals. Gimbals have some advantages over glide cam. But if I were to choose, I would go with... Listen, if I didn't have a gimbal or a glide cam, the first thing I would go for would be a gimbal, simply because it's so easy to set up. However, if budget is a big issue, definitely go with a glide cam or a camera stabilizer, because real glide cams are around $450, which is the price of a gimbal. So yeah, in my opinion, you should have both, because each stabilizer provides you with different, completely different shooting styles. You can do different things on both systems. On a glide cam, you don't get any micro vibrations. On a gimbal, you get micro vibrations. Consider that. Really consider that. That's just a really big advantage the glide cam has over motorized gimbal. However, you're not going to see those micro vibrations if you're not completely zoomed in, or it all depends on your walking and running technique on a gimbal. So if you master it, if you watch my videos, you will definitely minimize those micro vibrations you've been seeing. If not, you would have probably gotten rid of those micro vibrations. So yeah, check out my technique videos and you will see exactly how to walk and hold your glide cams and gimbals. Errol is asking, did I ever do a documentary? Long time ago. I need to start taking film a little bit more seriously when it comes down to making films and stuff like that. Right now I'm focusing more on client projects, so thank you for reminding me that I should get back to it. But yeah, I definitely want to start doing some documentary work. KY Media says, cool, I bought one just after watching your review on it. Awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad that my review inspired you to buy the Lang system, because it's definitely one of the best systems out there for the money. Yeah. All right, guys, any more questions before we sign off here? I know this is kind of a shorter live stream than what we're used to, but I got to get this review or tutorial video ready for Monday. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any last minute questions and we can go ahead and talk about that. Let's see how it looks like if I flip the camera. Yeah, that's what the setup looks like. Yeah. Errol says good night. Good night, Errol. I'll talk to you later, bro. Any more questions? Is that it? Are we done? All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this little short live stream has showed you how to set up lights. At least I hope it inspired you on how to set up lights. If you have any questions, I see more people have just tuned in. Go ahead and comment with some questions so I can answer them live before we sign off here. But traditional lighting, 3-point lighting, we have a key light, fill light, and a backlight. In this lighting setup, it's also traditional, except we have 2 fill lights, 1 key light, and 1 backlight. So we're adding an extra light here for fill, just so we get even lighting throughout the face, no shadows, none of that weird stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm using 4 lights instead of 3. But I'm still using the traditional style of, you know, fill, key, and backlight. Is that it, guys? All right, let's sign off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please help support the channel by donating, super chatting, or also give this video a big like, share it with your friends, share the channel with your friends. Let's get this to be one of the largest filmmaking communities up on YouTube. That would be my dream. And the bigger we get, the better we get. Keep that in mind. All right, guys, send me your work, info@capturethemomentum.com. Let me know what you guys think about Monday's video when it's released, and I can't wait to see what you create. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.